Good afternoon to all of you, dear respected teachers from class 1 and this is the day 2 for school readiness virtual training program and welcome to all of you. और आज दूसरे दिन हम स्पेशली बात करने वाले हैं गाइडलाइन फॉर टीचर्स, गाइडलाइन प्रिंसिपल्स, स्कूल रेडीनेस प्रोग्राम के डेली टाइम टेबल और वीकली टाइम टेबल के बारे में। और आज इस विषय पर हमारे साथ बात करने के लिए और जानकारी देने के लिए हमारे बीच उपस्थित हैं डॉक्टर ललित साहू सर, SCRT से। हम उनका हार्दिक अभिनंदन और स्वागत करते हैं। सर, वेलकम यू एंड वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून। एंड साथ में हैं श्री दीपेश पुरोहित सर, इस विषय के एक्सपर्ट। हम उनका भी हार्दिक स्वागत करते हैं। नमस्कार सर। नमस्कार। हमारे बीच कार्यक्रम की कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर जय भारती चंद्राकर मैम और साथ में कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर जस्सी कुरियन मैडम है। हम उनका भी स्वागत करते हैं। नमस्कार मैम। आज जिस बिंदु पर हम चर्चा करने वाले हैं टाइम टेबल और वीकली टाइम टेबल पर, डेली टाइम टेबल पर, उसके पहले सभी शिक्षक साथियों से मेरा अनुरोध रहेगा कि जिन लोगों ने भी रजिस्ट्रेशन नहीं किया है तो YouTube के डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में रजिस्ट्रेशन का लिंक दिया हुआ है, तो वहाँ जाके आप लोग अपना इस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम के लिए रजिस्ट्रेशन कर सकते हैं। और प्ले लिस्ट का लिंक दिया गया है, तो उस प्ले लिस्ट से आप डेली जिस टाइमिंग का है उस टाइमिंग के में आप लाइव यूट्यूब में जो SCRT के ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल है उसके माध्यम से आप लाइव इस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम को अटेंड कर सकते हैं। इसके अलावा इसके संबंध में जो भी और जानकारियां हैं और अपडेट्स हैं स्कूल रेडीनेस के बारे में, तो उसके अपडेट्स को आप SCRT के ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट में जाके भी आप स्कूल रेडीनेस के बारे में और बाकी जानकारियां ले सकते हैं। तो मैं सीधे अब विलंब ना करते हुए आमंत्रित करूंगा डॉक्टर ललित साहू सर और डॉक्टर दीपेश पुरोहित जी को कि वो आज के विषय पर चर्चा को आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
गुड आफ्टरनून। Hello teachers and all the YouTube viewers. We are discussing here about the school readiness program, and on the second day, as you all know about the first day, we have introduced you about the school readiness program, and I am here with Dr. Lalit Sahu sir. So we are discussing on the second day the guidelines for the teachers, the guiding principles. What are those principles that can be introduced through the school, and teachers how can help children to ready for the school, and school readiness program, the daily timetable and the weekly timetable also. So these all things we are discussing here, and
this is not working.
so I will request the YouTube viewers to interact with the through your comment box. You can send us the comments, and we will go through the comments, and this could be a two-way conversation. So I want to request Sahu sir.
Thank you, Dipesh ji. Thank you very much. Again, I welcome you all who was the part of this training, virtual training program, and who are closely associated with the class 1. And we'll certainly discuss about the roles and responsibility, what kind of activities, how these activities can be done, and what kind of activities can be done. We have also suggested some some books which are prevalent to your activities, and we have also given you some guidelines. We have also given you module. So whatever the discussion will be happen over here, then this will be mentioned in the books. But again, we are trying to give you the gist of the thing which is most important thing that we think about. Then you need to understand first about these elements. So as already discussed by Dipesh ji, the topic what we are going to discuss today, the guidelines for the teachers and guiding principles, the school readiness program, what would be the daily timetable and weekly timetable. All these things will be the part of this discussion today. So first of all, we'll have to discuss about guidelines for the teachers. So what kind of guidelines should be there, and how this class can be, taken up, and how the teachers can be conduct such activities in the classroom. So, as you know, school readiness itself describe the kind of readiness that you have when you are entering to the classroom, and you have to understand who are the learners and who are the stakeholders, those who are closely, associated with you in class 1, and you need to understand whether they would be ready or not for engage themselves in formal education system. So first of all, you need to understand what actually they are. So they are certainly newly admitted students who are the part of a school, and certainly how we can get them engaged in play-based learning approach, what kind of processes should be there, and of course this would be 3 months program. So what would be the activities, what kind of activities, how these activities can be conducted and can be done, that need to be understood. So for executing all these things, we have a plan to how to execute this thing for these 90 days. So we have a weekly timetable, we have a daily timetable that we will discuss later on. But first of all, being a teacher, we need to understand whether they are ready or not. The school is ready for the children or not, whether the parents are ready for the not, that is important thing. The other thing is that if the parents are ready to send their children to a school, then how this school, the stakeholder who are the part of school can taken up these activities in the classroom for getting them engaged, their children, and how they would be taking interest. So these are some important elements which is important for being a teacher, we need to understand first. So some of the theoretical kind of thing that we need to understand, but when the children is in the school premises, we have to be alert how this can be conducted, how this how these children can be engaged, how these children can be taken care of. So this is a matter of sensitiveness as well. So please, when you are going to take your class, please do it first, this module, and some of the elements which is most important that we will discuss here, that we will let you know. And apart from this, you have also been given an activity book. Please go through these activity books as well. So some of the suggestions have been given, and you can also take initiatives at per your as per your own choices, as per your own experiences, as per your own understanding, you can also take some initiatives. So here is the topic, how will the school be ready? So uh, I request Dipesh ji to take this part and give them some idea about this thing.
Thank you, sir. How will the school be ready? Uh, Here, three dimensions in which we should have to ready for the children. First is external preparation of the school. As we know that the student of class 1, it can be of three types. One type who has been already introduced preschool experiences. The other can be in Anganwadi, where he has to go some days, and uh, sometimes he has introduced with some materials or learnings. But in other hand, one child who has not even visited Anganwadi or not even experienced preschool scenario. So three types of children came to our school, and if all these three types of children come, how can we introduce our school to them that can be a attractive exterior, and how can we attract them from the outer line of our school? As we know that the children of 6 year has a very he has a interest for the attraction, the whole things which can be attract him from the outside. So our school should be attractive. Sir, you have to. Do you want to add something, sir?
No, it's fine, Dipesh ji. Uh, you you said very well, and that is most important thing when the children who would be the part of formal education system, when they enter first time in the school, of course the school building, the school premises, the school atmosphere, it should be attractive. When they come to school first time, it looks like, कि यार मज़ा आ जाएगा इस स्कूल से मैं जुड़ जाऊंगा. तो so some kind of thoughts should be there in the children कि we will certainly enjoy in this premises where they don't know the formal type of processes that is happening over there, but they should think about ये तो मेरे घर में भी होता है या मेरे घर के बाहर मैं बच्चों के साथ खेलता हूँ, so that is also happening here. So it should be attractive in terms of look wise, and toys are children, sorry, toys would be there, children, whether the children are playing, and apart from this other learning corners would be there, mathematics corner, language corner, drawing, painting, everything is mentioned over there. So it should be looking like कि मज़ा आने वाला कोई space that is there. So of course it should be there. And academic preparation, when we talk about this thing, so of course study of school readiness activity book we should have, study of teacher's guide, understanding the guidelines of issued by NCF and SCF. These are the part of teacher. The teacher should understand all these things, and this academic preparation must have. If they don't have this academic preparation, then it's very difficult to conduct such activities. How this readiness can be taken care of, how the teacher should understand, how the teacher should deals with the teacher should deal with the students, and if they don't have some kind of theoretical understanding like what is NCF and what is SCF foundational stage says, if they have this understanding in their academic preparation in the teachers, then they would be able to continue such things. Teachers preparation, that is also important. See, if I understand, I know each and everything, and I can do whatever the children require, the children need. So if teachers think that I understood all these things, I have this knowledge, so I think we should avoid such type of thoughts in our mind. Every time we should keep updated ourselves being a professional teacher. The professionalism demands some kind of newness in you when you are a part of education system, when you, especially when you are dealing with such thing which is new to you, like NCF, NEP 2020 says about this readiness program, school readiness program. So we need to understand the philosophy, the psychology, the sociological aspects of all these elements in terms of preparing themselves. So when you are prepared yourself to how to welcome your children, how to, deals with the children, how you should have some plan for your children, what kind of materials which are required for, conducting activities. So these are something which is required to be ready for you, and when you are ready, when you are prepared yourself, and now I am ready to take care all these things. So I think we should take care of all these things.
So this training program is also a preparation for our teachers, where we discuss about the
It's not working.
not working.
Please proceed. Yeah.
Now we want to discuss about the goals set for children in school readiness. As we discussed it last day also, we have 3 goals in FLN also, and also in the school readiness. It is a part of FLN too. So here 3 goals we have. Goal 1 is children maintain good health and well-being. The second goal is children become effective communicators, and on the other hand, goal 3rd, children become involved learners and connect with their immediate environment. It has been introduced with SW, EC and IL in short form. So these are the 3 main goals. Why we want to ready our child for the school. And here has a children maintain good health and well-being in the goal first. It shows the preference in the goal also. So I want to request our YouTube viewers, what do you think about that? Children maintain good health and well-being. Is it a part of learning? And why it is a part of learning? Can you mention in your comment box? A good health can be a good learner. The child with a good health can be a good learner. We know that we have all discussed about the well-being, the many countries who provide well-being. On the other hand, our nation is a little in backward condition in this position. So we want to provide a good health and well-being from the initiation, so that children can be very, it can be the part of his lifestyle. So children maintain their good health and maintain health too, so that it can be a part of their lifestyle too. As here we say, children become effective communicators. As we are in the 21st century, and we know that how communication is very much part of our lifestyle. How can we be good communicator? How can we effective communicator? So that on our physical aspect or economic aspects, we have to become a good communicator. So if we started as a goal here, and learning language from the starting, how can be language learn, how can it acquisite by the children? We know the principles, we know how to teach the language, how to acquisite the language to children. So here is the goal 2nd for the language learning. And on 3rd goal, children become involved learner and connect with their immediate environment. Here we can say, अगर हमारे पास अलग अलग क्षेत्र के बच्चे हैं, जैसे हम रायपुर के बच्चे या फिर बस्तर के बच्चे दोनों हैं, the immediate environment should be different for those two. So how can they connect with their immediate environment? Our books cannot uh, recommend whole things inside it. So here we have to say that if we want to our children learners and they can learn the learning skills for the 21st century, as we know, so the learning skills are must. So we should have to put them to connection with their environment, how can learn from their environment, how can they uh, get connected with the social aspects, how can they make concept from the different things happening around him, how can they generate the ideas, can their thought be converted into ideas. So all these things can be on the goal 3, that is the cognitive part, where we want our children to create creative thinker and critical thinker too. So these are 3 goals in which we should have to work on school readiness.
Nice, Dipesh ji. I would like to recall one more important thing, that is this is the major aspect of this school readiness program. When we are working in this, when we are engaged ourselves in these processes, we should keep these 3 goals in our mind. We are not teaching them. We are not, teaching something different. We just have to take care about all these goals in our mind. Suppose the child comes to school and he is not in good health, he is not, he is not feeling well, he or she is not feeling well, then what is the purpose behind getting them engaged with such kind of processes? So we need to understand their, health first. Therefore, it is important. Second thing, if they are the part of these processes, so how to make them a good communicator, so that communication is important element, but right from the beginning, when we are providing such opportunities, when we are giving them some space to communicate, so we have many activities. So some examples will be discussed over here. Dipesh will let you know. Suppose we are providing them, we are showing a picture before them, and we should tell them, or we instruct them कि you just isko dekho and you should tell us कि what are mentioned in these pictures. So they would be getting some points कि मुझे क्या क्या कहना है, कि what are there in the picture, and मुझे उसको किस तरीके से recognize करके क्या बोलना है is secondary, but बोलना है is important, is primary. So we should provide them some opportunities to speak, to communicate, to discuss. So this is the important aspect, the second goal that is prevalent to our school readiness program. Therefore, it is important. And the third thing, actually, we are not providing them any books or any material. We are just giving them an opportunity. We are providing such conducive environment so that they take interest. They create. Sorry, they show their enthusiasm. कि yes, हमको उसको देख करके लग रहा है कि यार कुछ तो मज़ा आएगा. So we have to have such kind of processes when we are getting them engaged. Therefore, the atmosphere, the conducive environment, which is very, very important element of school readiness program. Before entering to the textbook, we have some material that is not textbook, but how can we get them engaged with such processes, that is important. So these are the 3 major goals that is important element of this school readiness program.
So now we want to discuss about the
Next slide. It is mentioned in the next slide. Yes.
This is the 1 week scenario, how we touch these goals in day by day, and what are the activities, as we want to touch the goal 1, match the parts of the body with the pictures, as matching the body parts with the picture, it can be aware the child about his own body parts and its uses, matching the function with the body parts, how we can introduce the child with his own scenario. So it is one part. बच्चे को हम उसके अपने हेल्थ के बारे में, गुड हेल्थ के बारे में, कौन से ऐसे हैबिट्स हैं जिससे वो अपने हेल्थ को मेंटेन कर सकता है. व्हाट आर दोज फूड which is useful for him and what is not useful for him. So it can be discussed in this, as filling colors and some other activities are also given in the activity book. Here we can see those things. Here we have the book also. This is the Vidya Anand Maja Maja Ma Sikbo. This is, मैं दिख रहा हूँ क्या?
भास्कर जी
जी, ओके. This is Vidyanand, where all these activities has been given. It can be found on our SCRT website. How can we find it? We are going to show you. You can search SCRT CG on Google and any other site. Here can be the official website of SCRT. We have to okay. So these can be found on our website. Here we can say the activity has been given, the body parts, and the picture shows that a child is here and the different body parts, how can he match them? He can be aware about the uses, the sanitation, and अगर मैं क्या खाऊं तो मुझे मेरे इस बॉडी पार्ट को सपोर्ट करने में मदद मिलेगी, ये बच्चे को पता चल पाएगा. तो दिस इज द अवेयरनेस अबाउट द बॉडी, एंड दिस इज हाउ वी कैन introduce our goal first to our children. So we have the materials for the school readiness. We have two materials. That is, one is the teacher training module, and the second is Vidya Anand Maja Maja Ma Sikbo.
Dipesh ji, just want to interrupt for a few seconds. The last previous slide, can we get back to the previous slide? This portion. Yeah, it's not operating. Yes? Yes.
This is.
Actually, what we discussed about all these three goals, how this goal can be covered, we can have some examples. When we talk about goal 1, which is relevant to children's health and their well-being, so certain activities are mentioned over here when we match the parts of the body with the pictures. So when we discuss about these parts of body, so how can we understand the importance of each and every parts of our body? We can also discuss matching the function. I'm not talking about we should confine to the activities book only. We can also go beyond this activity. We can also discuss about certain important thing which is more important to give them some kind of exposure. We are not only giving them the information, we are not giving them only the knowledge. We are also talking about the values and the importance of our life. So right from the beginning, when this school readiness program is being happened, we should also give them some different vision. We should also give them some different exposure to understand their nature, because they are the part of this nature where all we, the part of this. So the parts of body, matching the function with the body parts, fill color, again fill color. These are the activities that is mentioned over that covers health and well-being. When we talk about children become effective communicators, so how would they be an effective communicator? So we are giving them some activities. We are, have some activities. Suppose when we go to the third activity, let's do greeting, draw a picture of the sun, fair in the jungle, whatever the activities that is mentioned in this activity book, that has to be happened. But you can also give them some opportunities apart from these activities, because you understand these are the goals. This is the goal, to create an effective communications among the learners or the children. So you can also create some kind of activity where they would start talking to each other, talking to you, talking about anything, talking about any kind of event. Suppose they would be a part of a scene like where generally they go for playing cricket or the going to market. So they can also discuss about all these things. They talk about mobile phone nowadays, if the things are available over here, so they can also discuss about things. Means the purpose of this goal is to just to communicate, effective communicator. So right from the beginning, when we give this opportunity, then they would be certainly a good communicator later on. Third goal that covers children become involved learners and connect with their immediate environment where they are living. So we can, suppose we can give an example of a small, big, long, short, comparison, maze. So these are the terms which are being used over here to understand. So we can show them some objects. What do you feel while watching this object? Is it, you can ask them some questions. Is it round? It is square? It is in black color? It is in white color? Do you like it? Whatever. You just have to create an atmosphere so that they can communicate with you. So these are some activities that can be done to cover these goals. So these are the goals that is most important to begin with formal education system. So you can also go beyond this activity book, and you can also do such activities. Dipesh is bringing some kind of, objects over here to let you know, to show you how these activities can also be conducted over here. So that was the thing that I wanted to, add here, that I have done, yeah.
As this is the one thing, we can ask in which color can you see? You can, okay.
Is it visible? Bhaskar ji, is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to ask the YouTube viewers, our teachers, can you see this and tell me what is the color? And if I ask to the children what is the color, if they can answer, after that we have to ask what are those things you can see your around which will be of this particular color. So let them answer about that. After this, if we know the size of and what is the shape of this particular thing, can you see some things around you which have the same shape? And if you see, you can answer. So like these activities, the children can be connect with the immediate environment, and they can see like this. As we have this rope, so what are those activities which can be done by this? So we can see this is the rope, and if I put it here like this, and I ask the children, you have to touch your head to the rope. So that can be a activity where children jumped up and touched their head to the rope like this. And so what are other activities can be done with this rope? As you have to tell them to knot this rope here like this, and other things. You put it on the ground and ask them to walk over it. After making some spiral way with this rope, you can ask them to walk over the rope like this. So this can be some activities that would be helpful for these three goals, which have been introduced in our activity book too. But all these activities are suggestive. You have to, you can do those activities with your children or not. You have to decide that. Is it helpful for that particular area you are doing with your children? So this is the one thing we suggest it. We have seen most the activities are much helpful for our children, and we have considered those activities into the activity book. But the main thing is, if you want to do those activities, you should have to prepare all. So we are going to move on the next topic.
Yes.
These are the materials for school readiness, and this can be find out on our website, that is SCRT CG. The second book is of Vidya Anand, Maja Maja Ma Seekho. Okay. ठीक है. This is Vidya Anand, the second book is, that is for the children. Here all the activities and some worksheets have been given so that the children can color it, the children can tick over the match some faces, join the dots and colors like this. These are on this whole activities from goal 1, goal 2 and goal 3 has given in the activity book. So this for one is for the teachers and the second is for the children. Now we are going to move on the pedagogy section. So I ask Sahu sir about the pedagogy in the school readiness program.
Thank you, Dipesh. When we talk about this materials for school readiness program, so what would be the material? What do you think about the material? You can also put your comments on this comment box. Apart from this material or the activity book that we have, given to you, the suggested, you can also think about some new kind of material which is relevant to this school readiness program. What could be the material? Certainly we are giving you some kind of material. So the most important and the best material is the pedagogy that you are going to adopt in the classroom, while interacting with your children. So pedagogy gives you an idea what kind of material can be there. Suppose, as Dipesh has shown you, this is the rope, these are the plates, these are some books, these are some papers, and these are some material that can be brought up in the classroom. This is one of the aspects. But this material can only be brought up in the classroom when you have in your mind about the kind of pedagogy. When you adopt this pedagogy, suppose one of the theoretical aspect of this pedagogy that I would like to let you know, that is, suppose I am using a communicative approach. You want to apply this communicative approach in the classroom. So what kind of material you want to use here? Suppose you want to use this material in the classroom. So what would be your approach? So you want to communicate among learners. They should communicate, they should talk to each other. So what will you do? You have to show them, you have to give them this material, or you show them to this material and ask them some questions, give them some ideas, give them some opportunities to think about this material and tell us, what do you think about this material? What is this? Do you think, is it so? Is it not so? Is it useful? Is it not useful? Whatever the question, the only purpose is to communicate. So when you're talking about communicative approach, we are talking about communicative approach, so the material would also be accordingly. So the material is important, but before that, you have in your mind what kind of pedagogical aspects, what kind of pedagogical activities, pedagogical approaches that you would like to adopt over there. So if you're talking about, see, why I'm talking about this thing, it is generally said the Taj Mahal was built before it was built. ताजमहल पहले ही बन गया था क्योंकि वो पहले दिमाग में बन गया था. तो ये चीज़ें इसलिए इम्पोर्टेंट है बिकॉज when we think about some activities like game or activity, or you want to interact, you want to create some interaction among the learners, you want to make interaction with them, you want to use this environment as a pedagogy. So you have these you must have these activities in your mind. You must have some questions, you must have some idea which gives them to get them engaged, more engaged with your activity, what you are going to conduct. So when we talk about play or activity or game or activity, we have some play like that is mentioned over here, that is free play, guided play, and structured play. So I request Dipesh ji to give about this idea with some examples so that they can understand well.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So we define here play or activity in three categories: is one free play, guided play, and structured play. Now, so what is the free play? Is it like we can free all the children to go and play outside? So it is not like that. So what is free play? In school readiness culture, we always prepared 3 or 4 corners around the room in which we want to learn the children. So there are 4 corners. One is for the language. Here can be some picture books have been there. Also some things which can be helpful for talking each other that can be put on that corner. The second is for cognitive corner, like that we can say some puzzles, some blocks, the things like this. This can be on the second corner. The third should be for the एक्टिविटी और कुछ अगर हमें नाटक करना है, कुछ अभिनय करना है, तो वहाँ हम तीसरे कॉर्नर पर रख सकते हैं. एंड ऑन द फोर्थ कॉर्नर देयर another thing which can be helpful the students for doing something creative. That can be a creative corner too. We show all these corners to our children and let them choose who want to go on which corner. That is the freedom to choose their corner by their own. This can be helpful them to choose something that can be always make them their choices. That can be good for their choices, making choices. How can we make choice? How can we, why we are making those choices like this? So that can be a freedom for choose some corner. अगर बच्चे ने कोई कॉर्नर चुना है और वो वहाँ पर वर्क कर रहा है, तो हमें ये देखने की ज़रूरत है, he is doing alone or with his friends. If he is alone there, we should have to come with him and we put our suggestions. We can talk with him why he has chosen this particular corner, whether all his friends are on the other corners, why he not going with those his friends. So this can be helpful for him. And by free play, not only we are making the children helping with their choices, we are making a social aspects there, so that it can be collaborative. The conversation happening on the particular corner, or if he choose an activity or acting with something, he can be creative. If he is going on the creative corner, and making something with his thoughts, or making some ideas, putting some ideas. So that can be helpful on his life skill, to build him on how can he can be creative, how can he can be the collaborative. So all these free play is for his life skill development. Uh, the other thing is guided play, in which we guide him to do something. As we want to ask you, YouTube का वो नहीं दिख रहा है क्या, कमेंट दिख रहा है क्या? ओके, सो जैसे मैं एक we are going to do an activity. I want to ask you some questions, and you have to conclude it. It would be. So the first question is, in which it can be a fruit, it can, so can you write your answer into the comment box? What is the fruit? It can find in the summer season only. What is the fruit name? It will be green, and sometimes it will be yellow. On eating it, somewhere it was sour, and after reaping, it becomes yellow. I like most the fruit. So this can be some questions where we ask for that, and after reaping, it becomes yellow. If we ask like this, it can be find out with the fruit names. The children will speak different fruit names. After that, they are concluding it into some special fruits, is, yeah, who provide well. Correct. You have got out, that is mango. So like this, we can say that by asking the different questions, that can be helpful for the children to communicate, and that can be helpful for creative and critical thinking too. So this is the guided play, where teacher making some guidance, and the children going on that particular way. So this is called the guided play. And in the structured play, there are some definite aim in which the children should be known about that. So if you want to assess the children, you have made some activities. As we want to the fine motor skill in our children, so this is the structured play for them. I want to ask them one by one, come and make knot into this. So this is the structured way to know that how they can making knot in the shoelace. So this can be the structured play for the children. So there are three kinds of play. One is free play, second is guided play, and third is structured play.
When we talk about pedagogy, so this was one of the aspects where the games and activities and the play, how it can be conducted, and what do we understand by this free play, guided play, and structured play. So uh, this was just an idea. How do we understand by this thing? Now moving on to the next kind of pedagogy, that is interaction. So how do we interact? What do we understand by interaction, and how this can be done? So I would like to discuss about certain points which is more important to understand when you are making interaction. So first of all, interaction with peer. When we uh, when we are a children, when we were children, so we were enjoying with our friends when we are talking to them, and this is a natural process when someone is who are equal to each other. They they think, they talk freely, whatever they think, whatever they do, they just have to share with each other. So we should also give them opportunity to interact with their colleagues, their peers, and so they would certainly enjoy. Second thing, when they are in pairs, when they are in, when they are sitting together, when they are talking to them, we should not interrupt them. Sometimes what happen, बच्चे बात बहुत करते हैं, तो we should like this, we should give them some instruction, अपने मुंह में उंगली रख करके ऐसा ना करें. So nowadays this culture has been, this culture has been neglected. When we talk about this national education policy, whatever, national curriculum framework, basically, to begin with, at the early stage, with the early reading processes, talking to each other is more important for learning a language. And we should give them more and more opportunity to talk to each other. And in earlier cases, in earlier approaches, we interrupt them, तो तुमको बात नहीं करना है, ये गलत बात है, बच्चे बहुत बात करते हैं. So nowadays, please create this atmosphere and give them this opportunity to talk to each other so that their language can be, more more important to understand, to develop. Third thing is that listening to their conversation during activities. Whatever the activities they are engaged in these activities, what they are saying, what they are talking, you just have to listen. And one should listen to others, and you should also listen to them. So these are the things which is relevant to interaction, one of the aspects of interaction when they are interacting with their peers. Second interaction is when the teachers or elders are engaged with the learners. When the learners are talking to their teachers or the elders, generally it does not happen. हम उनको रोकते हैं कि ज़्यादा बात मत करो. So how they would take interest to interact with their teachers, with their elders? So teachers should create such opportunities so that they can come up with some kind of discussion. They should have a dialogue with them. They should have a discussion with them. They should have their own views. They should share with them. So do not please interrupt them. Second thing, whatever they are speaking, whatever they are telling you, please do not interrupt. Do not cut. Do not stop them. Do not edit them. उसको सुधारो, उसको ऐसा बोलो, यहाँ पर ये नहीं बोलना था, वहाँ पर ये बोलना था. Please do not do like that actually. So that also interrupts to learn the language. So this should not happen. So whatever they are sharing with you while interacting with their parents or you, please let them say, let them speak, let them tell whatever. You have to listen very patiently. Apart from this, you should also give them some opportunities to start conversation. What kind of conversation? Whatever. But conversation should be there. It can be meaningful later on. We can make it meaningful later on. But if they are taking interest to conversate with you, so please, you should have such opportunities. And in conversation with elders, that is also important, to give them some opportunity to guess, to imagine, to draw, to conclude, to say, to predict, whatever. So if they start, sharing something while interacting with you and your teachers, so this is also one of the aspects of learning a language. And that is not a matter of only learning a language, that also gives them, confidence, that also gives them some, they boost up these kind of processes, certainly boost up them to get confidence, and in the later stage, they would be able to frank and able to outspoken to, share whatever they have in their mind. They will never feel कि मुझे बोलने से रुकना चाहिए. If they are feeling to say something, so let them say, let them speak. Third thing about this interaction kind of pedagogy, uh, what kind of material we are providing so that they take interest for, speaking something or telling something you are talking about. So some points are suggested over here. Give children opportunities to talk to themselves or to the materials. Suppose we generally did it in our childhood. हमको बोला जाता था कि आपको एक हम कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट दे रहे हैं, इसके बारे में बताओ. The modern form of this thing is nowadays, or some previous years ago, कि they are given some toys or the gudiya or the doll, whatever, और उनसे बोला जाता है कि you should talk to her, you should talk to them, you should talk to, you should also get them engaged with talking. So this is also a good opportunity to interact, to talk, to conversate with them. So that should also happen over there. Talking to toys provide children with natural opportunities for imagination and reasoning. We need to understand the imagination is a natural process. कल्पना करना और सोचना, ये दो ऐसे एलिमेंट हैं जो हर मनुष्य में जन्मजात क्षमता के तौर पे होती है. दैट इज़ एन इनेट कैपेसिटी ऑफ अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. सो अगर वो इमेजिन करके बोलता है, अगर वो अनुमान लगा के बोलता है, अगर वो कोई कारण लगा के बोलता है, सो लेट देम से, लेट देम स्पीक, लेट देम give opportunity whatever they have in their mind. So that is a natural process that we wanted to tell you actually. And that is not theoretically proved, it is also practically proved by certain research and many other aspects of language development. When we talk about this language and literacy on 17th, we will let you know the details of all these things, how does it happen. So this is an important aspect of interaction. That is the second kind of pedagogy that we have discussed so far. And now move on to the next one.
Environment. The third step of pedagogy is environment. We know that the children came to our school mostly from the outside. He is visiting the school first time. There can be a fear in his mind as in certain areas, in doing something wrong in his home. The mother always asked him, रुक जा, इस साल रुक, अगले साल तेरा नाम स्कूल में लिखाती हूँ, फिर तू देखना तेरी सारी बदमाशी निकल जाने वाली है. जैसे ही ये बोला जाता है, fear developed in the child mind, कि school a place where there can be a something, एक कोई यमराज होगा बड़े मूंछ वाला, और जैसे ही मैं कोई गलती करूंगा खचाक मेरा सिर धड़ से अलग कर देगा. ये that is the fear developed in his mind about the school. And if we proved it right from the beginning, day one, that can be very harmful for his learning. So how we can create an environment which can, जो उसके इस fear को हटाने वाला हो, और दूसरा उसके learning को enhance करने वाला हो. Before 6 years, he is learning the whole day. He is learning languages in his home. He knows which is big, which is small. He knows about the 1, 2, 3 something. We give any child 2 or 3 chocolate and other to 5, 6 chocolate. उसको ज़्यादा दे दिया है. So he knows the thing that is greater than and that is smaller than. बड़ा मिठाई उसको मिल गया है, छोटा मेरे को मिला है. तो all this happened in his home, and he is naturally learning all this. So a child is naturally learning in his environment. So if we enhance the environment to giving opportunities to learn by his own, that is the second thing next. an inspiring environment for self-learning. How can children learn by his own? If we give opportunity to learn from his self, I always think about that. It can be very confident child if he is learning from his own. We know that if someone is teaching you something and you got learn that particular thing, you are not so confident about that. But as we also learning from ourselves, we have a great confidence about that. So if we create environment where self-learning can happen, that is a very useful environment for the child. On the other hand, how should be the environment? So the environment for learning and teaching with the peers. We always हमें ऐसे एक्टिविटीज़ डेवलप करनी चाहिए कि जिसमें कम से कम अपने साथी के साथ ये ड्राइंग अपने पीयर्स के साथ कौन कौन बना सकता है या अपने मित्र फ्रेंड्स के साथ कौन कौन बना सकता है. If we say like this, so the child is going with his friend and making something with help of his friend. That can be a collaborative environment. और जिस सोशल जिस समाज में हमें रहना है वहाँ जब तक हम एक दूसरे के प्रति सम्मान प्रदर्शित नहीं करेंगे, एक दूसरे के लिए कोलैबोरेटिव नहीं होंगे, एक दूसरे पर एक दूसरे के साथ अपने आप को एसिमिलेट नहीं करेंगे, तब तक समाज बहुत अच्छा नहीं हो सकता है. सो द एनवायरनमेंट शुड बी लाइक दिस वेयर द कोलैबोरेशन इज हैपनिंग. An environment for learning, as we know that the NEP also shows that the child should be learn the art of learning. How to learn, not what to learn. We know about it. All the learning things can be provided on different ways here, in which we can say हम बहुत सारी चीज़ें बच्चों को सिखाना चाहते हैं, लेकिन वो सारी चीज़ें वो सीखते हैं नहीं सीखते हैं ये बात की बात है. बट इफ़ वी स्टार्टेड लर्निंग टू लर्न देम, अगर वो सीखना सीख जाए, दैट कैन बी वेरी यूजफुल फॉर हिज ओन होल लाइफ. सो द एनवायरनमेंट शुड बी फॉर लर्निंग टू लर्न. We should have provide opportunity to learn life skills too. We are making, we always used to say the school is small society. But let you think that is our schools are relating to our societies or not. We can say अगर हमारा स्कूल सोसाइटी के रहन सहन तौर तरीके उसके परंपराओं उसके कल्चर्स को अगर टच नहीं कर रहा है तो हमारा स्कूल सोसाइटी से बिल्कुल अलग थलग पड़ सकता है. और जो स्कूल से निकलने वाला बच्चा भी होगा वो सोसाइटी के लिए उसके मन में एक भावना हो सकती है कि मैं इस सोसाइटी से बिल्कुल अलग हूँ. तो हाउ कैन वी बिल्ड एन एनवायरनमेंट विच कैन बी यूजफुल फॉर द सोसाइटी. So we always give them opportunity to learn life skills. उसको कम्युनिकेट करना अच्छे से आना चाहिए, वो कोलैबोरेटिव हो सकता है, क्रिएटिव थिंकर हो सकता है. How can we build confidence on our child? So the learning should be always give them opportunity to learn life skills too. And we should have to connect them with the real life. अगर मुझे गिनना ही सिखाना है तो मैं यूज़ कर सकता हूँ कि कंकड़ से मैं काउंट करना सिखा दूँ. लेकिन हो सकता है कि मैंने एक दिन बच्चों को स्कूल के बाहर खड़ा किया और मैंने कहा कि हमारे स्कूल गार्डन में कितने पेड़ हैं ये काउंट करते हैं. तो वो पेड़ों को काउंट कर रहा है. कितने ऐसे पेड़ हैं जिनमें पानी डालने की ज़रूरत है. अगर एक पेड़ को एक मग्गे पानी की ज़रूरत है तो चलो इतने पेड़ों के लिए कितना पानी चाहिए रहेगा. तो वी आर कनेक्टिंग विद द रियल लाइफ. So by connecting with our art, with our culture, we can give them opportunities to know about the real life too. So we should provide them the opportunities to connect with the real life, with our culture. Uh, if we want to make some creative ideas, we know that on Thursday there, क्या गुरुवार, मार्गशीर्ष के गुरुवार को वो बनाया जाता है. हाँ, तो वी मेक समडे चावल की कुछ घोल बना करके ले आए और हमने स्कूल में ही वो स्टार्ट कर दिया. तो दैट कैन बी a connection with the real life too. Opportunities to nurture the Indian knowledge tradition, that is the must. We all have to always nurture the Indian knowledge traditions, and how can we provide them in opportunities to our children? That is the one thing. हमें अपने भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा पर गौरवान्वित भी होना चाहिए. So all these things we can provide opportunities to learn by connecting with the immediate environment. अगर रायपुर के बच्चे को मुझे कुछ दिखाना है तो मैं रेल के डिब्बों का सहारा ले सकता हूँ, लेकिन मुझे बीजापुर में वो दिखाना है तो मैं रेल के डिब्बे के सहारा नहीं ले सकता. That is not connecting with their immediate environment. So the example should be different on the रायपुर का बच्चा and the बीजापुर का बच्चा. So that is the one thing. This cannot be provided into our books. This is the pedagogy which teacher have to do on doing with the children. So I want Sahu sir to add some points with the environment.
No, you have already covered most of the points, and the most important thing is that how can we get them connect with environment, and the process what we are going to adopt in the classroom or the processes of doing such activities, that should be realistic, that should be that should be connected with nature, because they are also human beings. They are not only bacha, they are not only small children, they are human beings like us. Whatever they may have, no, not experience, they don't have much experience as we have, they don't have much exposure as we have, but ultimately whatever we are same in at one point, that is a human being. So we need to understand the importance of human being. Thus every human being can learn, every human being can survive, every human being can understand, every human being can do whatever you can. So while having this thought in our mind, while having this deep understanding कि we are human being, everyone is human being and everyone can learn. So the only thing is that while using your experiences, while using your understanding, while using your knowledge, you can make them a person like you that you are nowadays. They can also become like you. I mean, they can also become more than you. So in this sense, in this understanding, this environment will help you out to make them understand, to make them learn, to make them engage, to get them engaged in certain processes which give them inspiration, which give them motivation, which give them learning atmosphere, and they will certainly learn. So the focus of all these pedagogy is one point, that they can learn, they can understand, they can take interest, they can be a good person, they can also be a good human being. So to begin with, to start with, we can give them some opportunities that we have discussed so far. So now these were the pedagogical approaches that we have adopted, and now moving on to the next point, that how can this be conducted. So we must have certain guidelines, we must have certain processes, we must have certain understanding to do this. So when you are in the school, so what kind of guideline should be there which is related to school? If we are connecting with our children, so what kind of guidelines should be there that we should take care of? And if you are talking about the activity that we are going to conduct, so what kind of guidelines, what would be the guidelines for conducting such activities? So to begin with, now when we talk about the first one, the guidelines for teachers, which is related to school, so we need to keep certain points which is important for this, this thing they should keep in their mind, the teacher should keep in their mind. Preparing a learning corner, that is the most important thing that we have already discussed, Dipesh ji has discussed in this free learner and we free activity wala discussion was discussed. So you should also have learning corners. When you are engaged with your learner in a classroom or the room, whatever you may call it, so we must have mathematical corners, we must have language corner, we must have some cognitive corner, different corners we should have, and we should have some materials over there. So this is one of the thing that is required, which is related to school. The other thing is that if they are in the corners, so what kind of conversation, how this conversation should be happened over there, that also we should keep in their mind, the teacher should keep in their mind. Acting, you also need to be, you know, a good actor. How you can get them engaged in acting, you can give them some, you know, talks, you can give them some ideas so that they can act upon. And about mathematical games, how you can get them engaged, certain mathematical processes. You can, you know, do it like games, not like a theoretical kind of thing. Suppose you want to make them understand about like दो और दो कितने हो गए हम. So we are not giving them theoretically. We can count 2 boys, 2 girls, and when we are, you know, telling them to sit or to stand together, then we need to start counting them like 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 from this side, 2 from that side, and now we are counting them as a 4. So this would be one of the aspects of, you know, conducting such processes in the classroom. So you have to have these understanding in your mind what you are actually doing. Though it is a part of pedagogical approaches, pedagogical kind of thing, but these are certain guidelines that you should have in your mind when you are conducting mathematical activities. So what kind of instructions, what kind of understanding you have. Second thing is that you have to pay your attention for their safety. That is also important because they are small children. Sometimes they you know, they weep, sometimes they cry, sometimes they do some naughty activity, they sometimes do some mischievous kind of thing in the classroom. So you have to be patient, you have to be, you know, taken care of all their activities, and all these activities, whatever they are engaged, you have to understand, you have to keep in your mind, safety is important for them. You also must have posters, welcoming posters, कुछ बड़ा बड़ा poster बना के वहाँ पे लगा दिया जाए. So as soon as they enter into the classroom, तो उनको लगेगा कि यार we are being welcomed, and how we are, you know, being welcomed, and how much we are important. So they understand at their own point of view. So please welcome posters should be there when they are the part of classroom or the school. Comfortable environment, that already we have discussed, and objects should be within children's reach. Actually, the objects that you are going to engage with them, suppose you can see over here in the picture, children are standing with certain objects, they have some masks, they have some toys, so that should be kept in the particular place where the reach can be very easy to them, so that they can, sometimes they want to pick these objectives, they want to take it with them, they want to discuss about this thing, they want to touch it. So all the objectives, all the, you know, material which are being used over here should be in their reach. That is important. Sometimes what happens, suppose they are in the library. I'm just giving an example for class 1 students. That would be the later stage, that may happen in the later stage when they are a part of a library. If they cannot touch that book, and only the students are said कि देखो वो पुस्तक जो उस पे क्या लिखा है मुझे लिख के बताओ, and they are not able to touch it. Suppose they want to touch it, they want to see it, they want to open the books, so that should be in their reach. They can touch, they can see, they can come, they can bring it with them, they can feel it like that. Then only they can, you know, be the, you know, person to answer. So in this way, I'm talking about objectives, but that the example, whatever I have given, that is only for an example to understand how they feel when they have any objects with them, when they touch, when they feel like that. So everything, whatever the things are discussed over here about the things, about the books, about the objects, about the um, toys, whatever, that should be in their reach. Work on a flexible timetable. That is important. If you are in time, then everything can be done in time. So certainly, you can also do your activity in time. You can also do your achieve. You can also achieve the things. You can also, satisfy yourself कि मैंने ये काम सही समय पे किया. But not only for the sake of work, but only for the learning purpose. You should also understand the time management. So there should be flexible to time management. Doesn't mean to stick for the timetable कि नहीं मुझे इतने देर में ही करना है, नहीं. If it will take time, you can also spend more time for this. So flexibility should be there with reference to understand these guidelines when it is related to school. Moving on to the next one, the guidelines for the teachers connecting with children.
So, if you want to learn children something, the connection with the children is most important. As we know that on the foundational stage, children always think about the teacher. And if it get connected with the teacher, it can learn more and more. And if the child is not connected with teacher, that can be very निराशाजनक बात है कि उससे कुछ बच्चा सीख नहीं पाएगा. Connection is most important. So how can a teacher connected with the children? First of all, the children should use the language the child is carried from his home. That can be his home language. तो वहीं से शुरू करना पड़ेगा जो लैंग्वेज बच्चा लेकर के आया है. अगर वो रिमोट एरिया से है और कोई अपनी लैंग्वेज लेकर के आता है तो टीचर को वो लैंग्वेज सीखना पड़ेगा और उसके कुछ वर्ड्स वो बोल पाए. जैसे ही कुछ वर्ड्स बोलेगा तो एक फीलिंग बच्चे के अंदर से आती है कि टीचर मेरे लैंग्वेज से कनेक्टेड है. और जब कोई भाषा से जुड़ता है तो निश्चित रूप से जुड़ाव ज़्यादा होता है. जब आप सोच के देखिए कि दिल्ली में कोई आपको छत्तीसगढ़िया मिल गया और आपको क्या फीलिंग आती है. दैट कैन बी अ गुड फीलिंग फॉर द चिल्ड्रन ऑल्सो यूजिंग चिल्ड्रंस होम लैंग्वेज. दिस इज द कनेक्शन in which the teacher connect with the children with his home language. The other thing is participating in activities with children. Sometimes we think we are teacher, we have some rigidness in our side. While doing the activities, the children are involved in the activities and we are looking outside from that we are not engaging ourselves in the activity. That can be a little the lack of connection. So if the teacher started doing activities with the children, that is a very humorous part in which the children and the teacher association is going and developing more and more. So participating in activities with children is a very big thing for the children. कि आज टीचर मेरे साथ खेल रहे थे, एक फीलिंग जो अंदर से आती है वो बहुत ही प्रभावी होती है. और जब जब बच्चे ऐसा फील करते हैं तो वो सेफ फील करते हैं, वो सिक्योर फील करते हैं, वो एक वार्म फीलिंग अंदर से आती है कि मेरी टीचर मेरे साथ है. दैट इज़ द वेरी बिग थिंग फॉर द चिल्ड्रन. सो कनेक्टिंग विद द children is the second part. Second thing is, on the other hand, sitting with having general conversation like what do you like, what is your dislike, क्या पसंद है तुम्हें, क्या पसंद नहीं करते हो. जब हम ऐसा पूछते हैं तो बच्चों को लगता है कि अच्छा वो जो सिटिंग एरिया है, ऐसा ना हो कि टीचर अदर चेयर पे बैठा है और बच्चे नीचे बैठे हैं. इफ़ यू आर सिटिंग विद द चिल्ड्रन, तो एक वार्म फीलिंग उससे भी आती है कि द टीचर इज सिटिंग विद मी एंड having conversation like what is your likes, what is your favorite food, what is your favorite color. So like this you started the conversation, and by doing this conversation we want to know about the children also, and we want to connect with them. On first day conversation you started something, on the second day too. कभी कभी हम जब बात करते हैं तो उसका एक कोई डेफिनेट मुद्दा होता है, तो बच्चा जब उसमें कुछ ऐड करता है तो हमें हमेशा लगता है कि नहीं ये तो नहीं होना चाहिए. बट वी हैव टू नो दैट while doing conversation, always as Sahu sir described that particular thing in interaction section, we should not cut them. अरे हमारे घर में तो कल हाथी आया था, तो we started, हाँ तुम्हारे घर में कैसे हाथी आ सकता है, हाथी तो ये जंगल में मिलता है, रायपुर में कैसे हाथी हो सकता है. लाइक दिस वी स्टार्टेड कटिंग व्हाट ही स्टार्टेड द कन्वर्सेशन. लाइक जैसे ही हमने ये कहा उसके दिमाग में एक थॉट डेवलप हो गया और वो फिर आगे से बात करना बंद कर दिया. तो वी शुड ऑलवेज क्रिएट अ कन्वर्सेशन एंड हेल्दी कन्वर्सेशन. व्हाट ही इज सेइंग वी शुड हैव टू, हमें उसका सम्मान करना पड़ेगा कि वो जो बोल रहा है वो ठीक है, ठीक है ऐसा. बट दिस इज द अदर थिंग अबाउट द कन्वर्सेशन. ऑलवेज टेकिंग फीडबैक from the children for the what happening, how do you feel, and what is your opinion about that. उसमें आपको चेंज करना है, भूल जा रहा है. taking feedback from the children and taking their views about that. If you we want some activities, how many children are ready for this activity, raise your hand. As we started saying that, उनको अपने रेज हैंड करने में एक ये फीलिंग आती है कि मैं इसमें शामिल हो गया. इफ वी स्टार्टेड गेटिंग व्यूज फ्रॉम देम, और हमने जैसे उनका व्यू चेक किया, उन्होंने वो तैयार हैं, इफ द चिल्ड्रन इज रेडी फॉर दैट, आफ्टर दैट द एक्टिविटी शुड बी वेरी good going or very learning in the process. But if he is not prepared for that, then that is not much helpful for him. So always we should have to take feedback and we should always ask them, are you ready for this? Somehow we ask about the activities. What do you want to do in this time? Are you going to draw some pictures? As the children giving feedback or making any choices, we should have to do on that particular thing. As हम सोचते हैं कि हम लोकतंत्र को मजबूत करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन सोच के देखिए कि हमारे बच्चे को शुरू से ही कोई चॉइस देने का उसको टाइम ही नहीं मिल पाया, तो हम कैसे डेमोक्रेसी को इन्हेंस कर सकते हैं. दैट इज द one thing we should have to start it from our school. Organizing the daily routine according to the interest and gradually making changes. In 6th year, the children is coming to our school. He has a vast scenario before the schooling. He has a freedom to do anything what he want to do. Here, a daily routine started from the day one, very organized. We have tell them to sit like in a row and started teaching something. After 10 and 15 minutes, the child is not associating with the things what happening here. So what to do? We have to do the things in a gradual process. On first day, do something on 15 minutes. After other day, started it little enhance the timing, little build some other activities. So while doing activities too, we have known about the interest, what the child want to do. And one more thing is I want to put here, the बच्चे के पास एक छोटा टाइम होता है जिसमें वो कनेक्ट होता है, तो 10 या 15 मिनट का ही होता है. उसके बाद अगर हम बहुत ज़्यादा करते हैं तो भी उसमें कुछ लर्निंग नहीं हो पाती है. तो हमें ये भी देखना पड़ेगा कि हमारी एक्टिविटी बहुत लेंदी ना हो, कि हम आधे घंटे तक कोई एक ही एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं. तो 10 से 15 मिनट में हमारी एक्टिविटी चेंज हो जाए, जिससे उसका इंटरेस्ट जो है वो बना रहेगा. Affectionate behavior with children so that they can feel connected. This is one more thing. We should have the very affectionate behavior. How we connect with the children is most important thing in our school. So if the children is thinking the teacher is for me, and the teacher is very connected with me, the children always think about what happening in the school, and what is going on around him. So this is something which teachers should always follow while connecting with the children.
Thank you, Dipesh ji. These were the guidelines for teacher. All the guidelines are for teacher, which is related to school, which is connecting to the children, related to how do you connect with the children. And now I'm talking about what kind of guidelines to be taken care of when the activities are being conducted. So guidelines for some teachers when they are conducting in activity in the classroom, that requires to participation of all the children. You need to ensure children's participation, means 100% participation should be there. So when you are going to conduct some activities, you have to observe closely each of the student, whether they are participating with you, whether they are participating in this activity or not. So please do ensure these processes when the children are being a part of any activity. If you go to the second one, so taking care of the safety of children, that I have already discussed about this. Suppose when the two children, they are running, if by any chance if they get stuck in while running and they fell down, so whether they have any injury or not, or if they are get injured, so please take care of all these things. They should not be injured. I mean, taking care, I mean, you need to take care of their health, their mind, their the kind of understanding that time they have in their mind. For everything you have to be very careful so that safety can be maintained. Safety purpose is not in terms of only physical, not only in terms of mental, physical, mental and emotional, whatever. Every time you have to be very careful. The next guideline is for activities. The teacher should be able to see all the children, of course, that I have already discussed. Every time you have to be alert. You need to see all the children, whether they are taking participation or not. Next, attention to each other's cooperation. Of course, if they are doing this activity in peer, if they are doing this activity in groups, so whether they are cooperative or not, whether they are paying their attention to cooperate, to participate, to engage, you have to be very careful about all these things so that activity can be done successfully. Inclusive environment, it is most and very much element of understanding of element that is required to understand each and every teacher. When we talk about inclusive, what do we understand by inclusive? Suppose the children, suppose in 20 children are there in the classroom, and 2 or 3 children are certainly challenged, like someone, I mean, one children is physically challenged, one children is suppose mentally challenged. I'm sorry to say, that is important thing that we need to understand. So how do you conduct such activities, and how do you get engaged these children with the common kind of activity, whether they are kept aside or whether they are get engaged? You have to be very careful. When we talk about inclusive, it means we should not bullying, we should not comment any, pass any comment, we should not get them apart from the group for which they are the part of this activity, everyone, if they are children at the part of this school readiness program, they should be engaged, fully engaged, while not discriminating any of the children, discriminate any of the children to separate them. Every children are same, every children are equal. Equal opportunity should be given them so that they can take interest for this formal education and they can also be a part of this school readiness program. Next.
One more thing I want to add, sir. While doing activity, always think about that. Don't give this is activity for the boys, this is
Yes.
activities for the girls. Do not say like that. Always mix them, and while doing activity, always do care about that. Only girls are participating in particular activity, or only boys are participating in particular activity. That cannot be happen in your school.
Yes. Thank you, Dipesh. That is important point. That is a gender discrimination kind of thing that should not be there, that mustn't be there. If we do such, partiality, these are boys, these are girls, so the discrimination begins over here. So we need to be very careful about this thing while instructing them, while getting them engaged, while participating their while participating in these activities. We should be very take care of all these things. So gender discrimination should not be there. The last point, giving everyone a chance one by one, means that is quite clear. Everyone should be given equal opportunity, everyone should be given opportunity, chance, so that they can be a part of certain activities. So these are some guidelines which is prevalent to activity that you need to take care of. Now, आगे बढ़ाएंगे थोड़ा सा. Now, that were the guidelines, and now we need to discuss about guiding principles, and we need to understand in reference to children what kind of guiding principles that we should take care of in our mind. So I request
Yeah.
Dikpesh.
Sir, guiding principles, we should have to take care about the needs. What are the needs of children? As we know that the children came to school from a family around him. There should be mother, grandmother, grandfather. Each and everyone always asking him, what are you doing? How is going? Are you well? Are you feeling well? So the love around him is very much in his family. So if he come to school from that particular scenario, he looks like an avenger something. उसे लगता है कि मैं एक नए जगह में आ गया, अब यहाँ पे मुझे क्या मिलेगा क्या नहीं मिलेगा. But his need of love is there, security, need of security is there. The teachers should always work like that, always fulfill the love, always asking him, what are you doing, and what is going on. So this is the small thing we conversate with our children. But asking his name is उसका नाम भी हम बुला दें तो भी उसे लगता है कि अरे वाह, आज टीचर ने मुझे अपने नाम से बुलाया. That is the affection he want, that is his need. We should fulfill that need for their experiences, new experiences. So if children come to a school on day 1, day 2, day 3, the whole thing is going on a singular way. He came and sat on a particular place. Here one child is coming and starting A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, and after that another, and this is going on other day. There is no new experiences on the school. So the children getting bored. अरे यार आज भी यही था, कल भी वही होना है. That is uh, the experiences help him to stay in the school or not, get connected with the school or not, get connected with the teacher or not. So we always think about that. Uh, are we providing some new experiences to our child? So that is, it's another need. Need for appreciation and recognition. Always our children started teasing someone. If we started teasing someone, वो क्या चाहता है? वो चाहता है कि उस तरफ ध्यान जाए, उस बच्चे की तरफ अगर हमारा अटेंशन नहीं है तो बच्चा टीज करना शुरू कर देगा, वो दूसरे बच्चे को कुछ कर देगा कि हम उसका नाम लें, उसको बोलें. ऑलवेज कई बार ये चीज़ें अप्रिसिएशन के लिए भी हो सकती हैं, वो कुछ अच्छे काम करने लगता है, कुछ कई बार ये रॉन्ग वे में चली जाती हैं, तो उससे हमेशा अप्रिसिएशन की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. वी शुड अप्रिसिएट all the children. We always look around him what he is doing well. If the child is doing anything, started him appreciate about that. But here one thing is, don't appreciate on if he has not done it. अगर बच्चे ने कुछ नहीं किया और हमने अप्रिसिएशन शुरू कर दिया तो गड़बड़ी है. उसे हमेशा अपने अप्रिसिएशन को कुछ काम करके करना पड़ेगा और तभी हम अप्रिसिएट करें. बट appreciation is must. It is a dopamine which help him to learn, which help him to connected with the society, connected with the school, and connected with the teachers too. Need of appreciation and recognition is the another need of children. We should have to always think about that. How can we praise him? How can we appreciate him on doing anything? Need for responsibility. Children want something has given to do him, any responsibility should be given him to do anything, anything happening on the school. While coming in the classroom, he started to seek about that the teacher is giving any type of responsibility to him or not. If teacher started giving responsibility, he has done it and thought that, thinking that the teacher will appreciate me now. So giving responsibility all the children, not one and two. We can see some schools started giving responsibility for to the particular children, that is 1, 2 or 3 on the 20s. But that 1, 2 or 3 children came and nurtured well and well. But what about the 17 other students? So always give responsibility to each and every child of the classroom. We should have to make them competent. If we want to make them competent, we should have give them responsibilities on different areas, and providing maximum opportunities for learning is the other thing. How can we maximize their learning? Not by teach them, we should have to give them more and more opportunities to learn. And as we are giving them more and more opportunities, they are learning more and more. We can find that we have seen in different researches to different scenario, different experiences, that the children who has got more opportunities to learn, he has got the maximum learning. So these are the guiding principles, and I would like to request sir to add something on this.
Just want to add few things in the guiding principle of the last slide. Can we get back? वापस जाएंगे थोड़ा सा? हाँ. See, when it is said need for love, what is love? Love in terms of they need, you know, attention actually. When you show the kind of affection, love, what you may call it, they just understand कि I have been given special attention. When you call them by name, when you go to them, and when you touch them by, you know, saying, beta, don't you like this? What you are doing? but you should be very careful about touching while touching them. That is also a discipline, how to touch. And they understand good touch and bad touch. You also understand what is good touch and bad touch. I'm not talking about that kind of thing. I'm talking about the kind of love they feel when you call them by name, when you touch them, when you go to them and closely talk to them by their names, so they feel respect, they feel, love to you as well, and therefore they would be taking interest, they would be taking, attention in that way. Second thing, they need everyday different experiences. If the things are being repeated, if the activities are being repeated, so they won't take interest. So every day you must have some different experiences to get them engaged. So these are certain points which is more important, and suppose they need recognition, need for appreciation and recognition. When they do any kind of thing, when you recognize them, when you appreciate them, when you say कि यार तुमने बहुत बढ़िया किया, तुमने बहुत अच्छा लिखा, जो भी पढ़ा, जो भी बोला, जो भी गतिविधि किया, but the participation was good, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत अच्छा, well done. So these are some words, that is motivating words that you have to use over there all the time. Encouraging words, encouraging sentences should be there. So these are the principles that you should keep in your mind when you are getting your children engaged with certain activities or whatever you are discussing with them. So these guidelines gives us some ideas to engage your yes, I think it is not there, na?
Yeah.
So you can talk about this one.
Now we move on the daily routine timetable. That is, on the first 30 minutes, greet and meet. After that, free play time. After that, numeracy time, environment time, and science time. After that,
It is not visible. It is not there.
meal time, language time and literacy time, outdoor play time and goodbye time. This is the daily routine timetable. यहीं रख के रहो. On greet and meet, we have the circle time. And what is the circle time? We are going to discuss about that. So, sir.
Yeah, please continue, sir.
Okay. Circle time. When the children came to school with a fresh mind, they have energies. So we start some daily routine timetable. That is, the first is circle time. The day of class 1 will start with the activity. All the children make circle while sitting or standing, and the teacher talk to them. At first, in this section, include making children feel comfortable, becoming them, and giving them opportunities for free conversation, as some exercises, some yoga should be there, some health checkups should be there. Is everybody have your breakfast or not? We should talk about that. What have you seen when you came to school? What are those? So free conversation that could be done in this time. And it can be some poetry also while doing circle time. Some days we started with some poetry doing with all the children, and as the teacher doing the activity, so all the children repeating those activity or the action songs also. With better implementation of morning circle time, on whole day what we want to do, we should have to discuss in this time. That is called the circle time. So we started from the circle time. After that, free play, we have all discussed about that. Free play activities. What kind of activities on free play? We start we can see that the classroom has been divided into corners, 4 corners or 5 corners, and the children started doing what they have chosen. So this is called the free play time. And after the circle time, we set them uh, to do activity in their corners they have chosen. So this is called the free play time. Go on. Aage. Aur aage. We have talked about the free play. So we are moving on the next slide. Language and literacy. So we will discuss language and literacy in a whole day session. We have a session about the language and literacy, so we are not discussing much more about that. We are just putting the things here. We have to do some oral language development activities, some phonological awareness. In activity book already has been given, but if we want, you want to do any other activities, you can do also. Some print awareness activities, some are word recognition, as in these picture, what can you see? You can type on the comment box. क्या क्या आपको दिखाई दे रहा है, आप कमेंट बॉक्स में लिखते जाएं. Those are the words, and while showing this picture, we can ask them, what are you seeing, let us know. So the children started saying socks, that is sun, shoes, sharpener, that is snake, that is star. And after speaking like this, we should have to put our finger over on the words. So that is logographic reading and emergent literacy. How can one turn over the pages? How can take the book? How one read the book? All these things came into emergent literacy. So we are going to discuss on a whole day about the literacy and language. So we are not discussing here much and more. After that, the next part is cognitive. Next slide. Cognitive development. In our timetable, there is cognitive development, and 4 aspects of cognitive development are here, as sensory development and mental skills, concept formation, and mathematical skills. So we are going to discuss another day about the cognitive development. So we are skipping today here. Next slide. Here is the activity, how we relate with the competency, and what material required, what is the procedure, and what are the variations to do this. So in our teacher activity book, teacher module, the activities has been given on the different pages here. Activity number 6. The competency has been given also. Self-regulation, development of positive self-concept, and the respects of for others' feelings and the rights. So this is the competency on the first line. What are the material required for it? Packed lunch with water bottle and napkin. So the activity procedure has been given. Take all the children to the garden and explain how important each part of the tree is for us. And the tree to survive, let children develop a feeling of care and protection towards plants, animals, and other forms of life. Let children have lunch under the tree and with friends. So doing this activity, what is happening here? What is happening here? So we can say that if the children are doing such activity in with the trees and other animals on outside, they can develop a sensation about the trees. They can develop positive concept about the trees and how to take care of plants. They can know about that. No, that is not in term of information. While this activity, they can develop a thought process about the plants and animals, and they can जस्ट वो सीधे सीख सकते हैं कि प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स के साथ वो कैसे कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं, गेट कनेक्टेड विद द प्लांट एंड एनिमल्स टू. Variants, what are the variants? Here have the suggestions. If we want to do this activity, we can see the 6A, that could be one activity, and activity 6B, that is draw of a garden. If we want to do it on, let the children draw picture of garden and share the experiences about the visit to any garden or the park. On the other variations, join the dots, provide dotted pictures of flower. Let the children join the dots and compare the pictures. So this can be connected with the cognitive development. This can be connected with the whole three goals. From goal 1, that is SW. In the second part, while drawing the garden and children speaking about the picture of the garden, that is EC. And if they started taking care of the garden, that is IL, that involved learner. So all these activities, daily activities are happening there. And after that, the weekly, next slide, the weekly timetable, we can say weekly timetable. What we do on the first meet and greet on the circle time, or the free indoor play. So what are we doing on Monday? After that, just Tuesday, Wednesday, in the whole week, what are we doing? This is given in the annexure 3 in our book, activity book, that is teacher module. All these things has been given. How to conduct the activity, or what are the required material? Can we change the material in our scenario? That could be done in part of our teacher. If one teacher want to do these activities on different thing, they can do. So while day-wise example, weekly schedule, why has given? We are putting a scenario. We are working in a theme within a week. That could be more professional for the student, and the more learning happens throughout the week. So we have given the weekly plan also. So teacher can use this and the daily routine also while their activities.
Thank you, Dipesh ji. You might have observed so far, actually the points, the guidelines, the processes, the theoretical part, some practical aspects we have discussed over here. That is just a threshold of a child who is going to be a part of formal education system. So in this way, when the teacher understands this importance, its use, its relevance to the education, that is not for the primary classes, not for only class 1. Actually, when you build this context, when you build this reference, when you build this processes right from the beginning, so this will certainly put long lasting effect to the children. And once he or she is engaged with certain processes and starts understanding what is these actually through activities, they are not only understanding only the content, only the subjects. I am talking about they understand the whole scenario of the society where he would be a part of a person. Because the psychology of education, the sociology of education, and the philosophy of education, everything is built over here. And the package of this system that we have that we have called it like school readiness, that is just a threshold that I wanted to put here. So don't be you know, confine yourself that we are only taking them to the class 1 only. No, basically you are introducing the world, you are introducing the second and the what should I call it, the entire world where they are being introduced, how they can understand the things, how they can realize the things, how they can experience the thing, how can they explore the things. This is the point that we wanted to make here. Not we actually, basically the national education policy that has suggested to have certain processes when the children is be a part of class 1. So I should congratulate you all for listening us carefully. You paid your attention for these 2 hours, last 2 hours. We have discussed about all these points, and this is just a suggestion through which the module and the activity books have been given to you. You can also get it from the SCRT website. Someone has put this question to the question box, ki how do we get it from the website? So you can go through this SCERT website and download from these books from website. So this is not a book, this is just a module, this is just an activity book. You can get it over there. So I congratulate you, and I request to all of you, so please go through this book. Padhna bahut zaruri hai, and that is my tagline, that is my tag sentence, that all the time I say to my children, I say to my teachers, I say to my friends कि पढ़ा लिखा होना is a good kind of thing, but पढ़े लिखे हुए से बढ़कर पढ़ता लिखता हुआ होना ज़रूरी है इस teaching society को, इस education society को. So I request, please go through this content. Not only this content, you can also go beyond this content. You can also go through some principles which is relevant to national education policy. You can also read national education policy. You can also read this NCF wala thing. So please do it, and best of luck. Thank you.
NCERT की वेबसाइट में हमें कहाँ पे ये स्कूल रेडनेस मिलेगा या ये शो किया जा रहा है, आप इस तरीके से जा सकते हैं. और स्कूल रेडीनेस टीचर मॉड्यूल यहाँ पर अवेलेबल है. Just click it and get download in PDF format. So I would like to ask Jassi Kurian ma'am. Welcome ma'am.
Thank you, friends, for being, okay, I should wait. Thank you, friends, for being good listeners, and we hope that much of it will be translated into schools. You have heard many things, you have understood many things. Now you have to try them out, make changes accordingly, and again, we'll meet again to see what changes you made, how the principles themselves might change from your experiences. Today, the wonderful team of Dipesh sir and Dr. Lalit Sahu, and with us is Bhaskar Devangan and Jai Bharati Chandrakar. All of them have put in the best of their efforts to give you much input on guidelines, the expectations from teacher, the daily timetable and the weekly timetable. That gives us a sense of direction about how to go about it. Thank you, all of you. See you tomorrow again at 3. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. हो गया